Typically, a full project bid of this size and scope is going to take us about 30 days to put together. There's a lot more to this than most people fully understand. Now, there's some things that we have to take into consideration as contractors in this space, which is we are responsible for all your egress pathways.
Okay.
And making sure we light your emergency, get out of the building, get your people out of the building safely. We got to look at how many of those fixtures have battery backups. We got to make sure we spec in the right product. If you're just going to swap from a standard 4-foot tube to a TLED and do it down and dirty the quick way,
right,
there are some things that you need to know as far as your egress pathway goes that standard TLED does not have the capability of doing that if you're retrofitting an existing fixture. Other pieces we got to put in to make that system work, your emergency system work when it gets kicked in. And part of that depends on what you have equipment-wise. So if you have emergency battery backups, those emergency battery backups work on fluorescent technology. They do not work on the LED when you replace the fluorescent. So we need to swap those emergency battery backups as a process, or we got to use what's called a hotspot, or another independently battery backed up LED solution in that process. Our requirement is you have a path of egress that leads your people out of your building. We need to make sure we average 1 foot candle through that path of egress. If we come into your facility and we do a lighting retrofit and we don't leave you egress, you physically can come back and sue me, and if something bad happens to your employees, they can come after me liability-wise. We want to make sure we're doing all the things that our licenses are there for us to make sure we do, right? So that's the biggest thing that takes the most amount of time, is understanding how your egress is set up and what that looks like. If you walked in and said, hey, I have a warehouse and we have generators and bug eyes on the walls and all we need to do is swap lamps out, I could have that ready for you in 30 minutes or less probably, okay? But if you're using your existing fixtures as part of your egress pathways, there's a lot more complications that goes with that, a lot more engineering and design work that goes with making sure that we have all those light levels where they need to be, and that you, as the person, the responsible individual for your organization, are putting a solution in that protects and mitigates the risk of your company in regards to employee safety in that process. As far as us doing the bid, I'm going to need 12 months of your power bills, because you're going to be looking at it some sort of, you're going to make a financial decision based on something, whether that's total cost of ownership or return on investment. You're going to be making a decision somewhere along that way, unless this is purely a safety deal and your boss said go spend whatever money you want and you're buying gold light fixtures. But at the end of the day,
he doesn't talk like that, by the way.
Right, most owners don't. I would never want my people buying gold light fixtures. So understanding what your buying criteria is, understanding what you guys are hoping to achieve and accomplish, what your goals of the project are, and making sure we're trying to match that as we spec out and design the project.